Tiffany Hayes. Oh, how about that move? The bench erupts. Wow.
That pressure. That pressure. That pressure.
Uncle Harold, them had the front. Auntie Helen, them over there. Auntie Joanne stayed. Moved out here.
So what is it left to prove? I still don't trip, I will never lose. I do me, you, I never do. You look invisible, bet I'm invisible. Fly individual. Individuality is the principle. Only a necessary pun intended. Who reaching the pinnacle, teaching the principle, teachers and principles. I say, what do we listen to? What do we listen? I say, what did the system do? What did the prison do? We thinking too fucking minimalistic. A life that we live in be incomprehensible. This shit is critical.
New episode, Local Legends. On this episode, this one, like the other ones, is somebody who I respect. Is a big thing for me, you know what I'm saying? Gotta say it, didn't want to say it, but the GOAT, man, for Polk County, not just Lakeland. When it comes to pioneering the female game, when it comes to basketball, this is somebody who we all looked up to as far as hoops, you know what I'm saying, male or female. And none other than, I call it Tip, but Tiffany Hayes.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
High school legend, Little League legend, college legend, WNBA, overseas, you name it. She done did it on every level. And to me, she exceeded all expectations on each level, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing her since a little kid doing her thing. She never played with the girls only. She always came over with us, bust our butts on many occasions. So we're gonna start it off doing what we normally do. You know, we gotta take the shot. Today, took it light with my favorite gin brand. This is Hendrix, all the different flavors. I know we've been taught gin is cheap. Nah, I learned from one of my rich friends, mentors, that gin is actually a very, very expensive drink. This is what the high class drink. So stop letting them tell y'all Seagram's and Blue Top is cheap and that's a gin, so don't get it. Nah, just get a better gin.
Get a better gin.
I already pulled Tip up in the flavor I'm on today. Oh, Neptunia. They all limited releases, so you can't get them but one, the regular Hendrix, so you got to catch it in season.
Not that exclusive. Okay then.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Put that on the juice still.
Okay, catch a little water.
Yes, get right to it.
Let's get it.
First thing I'm gonna start with, man, let's talk about your upbringing, your parents, your siblings, where you from, things like that.
I am from Polk County, Florida. I say Polk County because I did live in Lakeland and Winter Haven.
Gotcha.
So, you know, when I pick one, people start going crazy. So I just say Polk County.
For sure.
I was with my mom, my two brothers, and my sister. Like I said, we was in Lakeland, then we moved to Winter Haven for a little bit, then back to Lakeland.
Yeah.
So that's why I just claim Polk County to just keep that settle it down.
Yeah, definitely. People get in it, especially when you have a situation like you said where you move back and forth. I'm kind of the same situation. My daddy, whole family from Auburndale, Winter Haven. So all my siblings on that side played at Auburndale and Winter Haven. I'm from Lakeland. Now me, I'm gonna always say Lakeland. I ain't gonna say Polk unless I'm out of town. When there's a Polk County conversation, I'm from Lakeland. But I definitely respect what you said. And you gotta rep both. You done lived in both. When did you start sports? Around what age?
The earliest I can remember is probably the third grade, and I only remember that because I remember getting in trouble for something, and she took basketball away from me. And it really hurt me. So I think that's
worse than that belt.
Yeah, that's when she knew and I knew that it's something that I really enjoyed doing, was playing basketball, because she started implementing that as my punishment, taking basketball.
I be telling the kids now in the high school, like, Bro, y'all get y'all phones taken away. We didn't have phones. Y'all get iPads, games. We ain't have that. Bro, if your mama said you couldn't go outside, well, you know some sports going on. That was like the end of the world for us back then. Like,
a couple times she said, you know, after school, come straight home, you can't go to practice. I said, what?
Like, that hurt. Like, I'd rather just get 2 whoopings, give me a whooping today and tomorrow, and I'm good.
Belt, I'd rather.
So you say around 3rd grade, basketball the only sport you ever played? Or?
I was in cross country. We had to run cross country in high school for the basketball team, so I was kind of forced to shout out to Coach Johnny. I played softball. I love softball. I was either shortstop or center field.
Okay.
I wanted to try pitcher, but you know my mama was she was
mess up that form.
What else I played? I played soccer. I was real good at soccer. That was when I was younger, not high school. But in high school it was 3 sports. It was
what
softball,
made you
basketball.
Take the basketball route, like just naturally?
I mean, high school, because I did, like I said, I did play other sports in high school. I ran cross country and I played softball.
Okay.
But I always knew it was basketball. My mom would just let me play them other sports to just keep in shape.
All season stuff.
Yeah, do footwork stuff and all that. She let me practice with the volleyball team for footwork. Like, my mom was smart. She was always putting up that stuff too. Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Jenny, man. I love Miss Jenny. She a pioneer too. In this area, man, for her career and what she did being the first black woman. I didn't know that until this year, which is crazy. They got that new Lakeland history or Pope history they be showing, and I read that article.
First black woman firefighter.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't know that all these years. Like, I taught that lady a million times, and I didn't even know she was a firefighter. I always thought that was just like regular EMT or like some ambulance outfits when she used to come. I didn't know that was for firefighters, so that's dope. Who's your role model?
My mom. I mean, anybody who asks me that, I always tell my mama.
That makes sense. I mean,
anything right I watch my mama do is just like always motivating. Like whether she was doing something for us, doing something for other people, coaching people, refereeing, going to work every day, making sure we were straight. Like,
she gonna make sure everybody. That's one thing she gonna do. She gonna talk to you, make sure your mind right, you doing the right thing. She don't care who you is, who your mom is, who your dad is.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's a great role model. You know, it's easy to follow your parents, and most people who have their parents doing positive things in their life, that's the first person they gonna say. And then to have somebody like her, like I said, for me, y'all been new. I didn't know until this year. You know what I'm saying? That she pioneered, you know, that thing for black females and females in general, firefighter for our area. So that's dope. That's somebody, you know, definitely to look up to and follow in their footsteps. And I can only imagine it was easy to take to what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, as far as a hooper, to be the first at a lot of things. So that's dope. What would you say? Would you consider yourself a stud since Lily? I know you say around 3rd grade. Would you consider yourself an average player or a stud, like from the jump coming into sports?
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of always good. I learned stuff quickly. So I was always watching my brother do stuff outside with him and his friends, watching them play. Sometimes they'll let me play, sometimes not. But I was just always watching people. My mom coached at Kathleen when I was little. I used to be in the gym watching them.
So you always had the ball?
Always. Either had a ball or I was watching somebody who knew what they was doing. So it was always fun and learning experiences around me to learn from.
Got you. And then last thing, as far as that, would you say your dream job was always to be a professional hooper, or what was your dream job?
Definitely wasn't when I was little. I ain't gonna lie about that. Was a late dream for me. That wasn't a dream for me until high school, I think, maybe even college. When I was little, I like to build things. I loved architecture. Even to this day, like when I see something dope, I'm like, that's dope. Like I want to rebuild that. Like
that's why
I don't even know where
pictures say that to you. Social media pictures say that. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I don't even know where it came from. It's just like me seeing stuff like that, and that's why I'm glad I'm able to travel the world like I do, because I can see so much different architecture around the world.
Your social media definitely say that. That's crazy. Yeah, and I ask people that because you just never know. Like most people, if you look at their stories, professional athletes, I'll say, they always had a different dream job, like as a kid, their mind told them something different. You know, like you said, just you don't know where it came from. Just seeing buildings and seeing different architects, you fell in love with it. So I always ask people that question just to gauge and see where that come from. Let's go a little later, teenage years, high school. Tell us where you played at. You know, we know, but tell the people where you played at.
Shout out to them Blue Devils. I went to Winter Haven High School. Definitely fun for me. Definitely fun winning. Shout out to LG and Coach Johnny. They were big influences on my game and my life. So definitely glad I decided to go to Winter Haven because that was some controversy too. Everybody thought I was gonna go to Lake Gibson.
Yeah, we all thought that.
Yeah, nah, my mama just figured it was best.
And I tell people to this day, Lake Gibson wouldn't be ringless if Tip would have stayed. Because I mean, it was pressure. So if you add you talk about over the top. They couldn't get past y'all. So it was kind of tough for them. So I had that argument like, Gil would have probably had at least 3 if Tip would have stayed or went. So I know you say you like the winning. Winter Haven, for people who don't know, Winter Haven High Schools, Winter Haven, Florida, Central Florida is a powerhouse, nationally recognized program. I've been all around the world, all around the country. Anywhere I go in the country, if people know real hoops, they know about Winter Haven girls. They ask, "Oh, you from Polk?" Like, "Oh, what about?" Okay, cool. So they know. So it's not a regular school. How was the coach at Winter Haven? I know you say your coaches had a big influence on you. How was that culture like? Because being at a regular high school and just playing sports is different than being at an actual program and that has a coach and has expectations to win rings.
And it's tough. That's the only word I can say is tough. Like, they not gonna sugarcoat nothing. They not gonna make nothing easy.
It ain't for everybody.
Like, I got so many stories I could tell of us crying and all this time wanting to quit. Like, but that's how you know you got somebody who really cares about you.
You got some decent players who went to Winter Haven and don't make it. They go back to their original school or just
doing what they was doing off the court.
Yeah. And it's like, so like that. And I tell people all the time, I know this about Tip, but I'm gonna just use McGriff, man. You know, I tell people, everybody can't play for McGriff. Like, it's a program, it's structure. Everybody can't play for Bill Castle. It's a program, it's structure. And a lot of kids, when we 14 to 18, we're kids still, young adults. When you get closer to your senior year, and bro, everybody can't take that pressure that comes with what the expectations are. And when people talking about winning rings, it get tough. Like, it's not regular. You're going to do the same stuff you're going to almost do in college. Might not be as intense, or the competition might not be the same, but we got expectations like a college. So that's dope to know, Winter Haven. They still doing their thing, man, years later, so it's crazy.
We started that, just to let y'all know.
That's for real. Pioneer for sure for that. So any records at Winter Haven that you know of?
Are you talking about me personally?
Yeah, personal records. You don't know?
I think so. I mean, I got the Miss Basketball. I don't even think I got MVP those 2 years. So, no. I'm happy with my rings, though.
So the jersey retired.
Oh, yeah. First person to get my jersey retired at
Winter Haven.
Winter Haven, yeah.
That's what's up. So you say you didn't win MVP of the team?
No. I mean, I was a freshman my first year, and then I think we won.
And MVP don't always, like, it's people that do that little stuff that's hoopers just not gonna do sometimes. So
no, that was definitely me, but we was stacked my freshman year, so
definitely.
It ain't no way. We had Mo Gamble, we had Brittany Denson, we had Amber Smith, we had all those players.
Dogs.
And I'm a freshman. Like, we had a whole team full of dogs. Bird. We had all them people. So that was tough.
Like, playing with all them, I can only imagine that intensified your game. Like, I know you seen your brother them in the yard and you came, to the gym all the time. Seeing them had to be like something that motivated you. Like, okay, these older cats at this level, what would you say was the number one thing that made you go harder? Like, were they just stronger than you, faster than you, or what would you say? Teammates, high school teammates.
My teammates made me go harder?
No.
I mean, yeah, they definitely made me go harder, but it was coach for sure.
Coach, like, pushing you.
That's me.
Yeah. How was the recruiting process for high school?
It wasn't. I don't think it was. I didn't have nothing to do with no recruiting process in high school. I didn't even think that was a thing in high school.
So
it was just the fact that my mama was trying to pick the best choice for me because she wanted me to go to where I was gonna get everything out of me that she knew I had in me.
Gotcha.
So when she went to coach at Lake Gibson, she was just trying to see if they was gonna get that out of me, and she figured out that she didn't think that they were. So she sent me to LaDon Gibson.
And then once you figured out you went to Haven, how was it picking your college choice? Like, what made you pick UConn? Did you think about your dream job, or just?
They was the best at the time.
School?
Like they hadn't even won, and I don't even think they won. They hadn't won in a while.
Yeah, it was the mid-90s before y'all
Something
came.
like that. So they was the best, and he was the best coach, and I had already been through that experience before. I seen my mama do it for me.
Yeah.
So me making that decision, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to a coach that I think is gonna get the best out of me. Like, I see him being tough and whatever, but I know I can take that. For one, I already got it here.
Did you take any other trips?
No.
Just one. And
That's the only one. That's the only school visit I went to. I went straight to UConn.
Yeah, it's like no. I don't even want to waste nobody's time.
I ain't wasting no time. Like, I know everybody used to go for like all the free stuff, all the free trips, all that. I ain't want to waste nobody's time. I ain't want to waste my time. I went straight to UConn.
Would you say you made that decision solely off basketball, or like you said earlier, your dream job was something different? Did you think about your dream job or solely just basketball? I want the best basketball opportunity.
Mostly. I will say this. At the time, I'm telling you that I used to want to be like in the architecture.
That was young.
That was at one point in time.
Yeah.
At another point in time, I fell in love with forensic science. So, you know, as a kid, you growing up, it's different things that you like.
Yeah, you're going to keep switching.
By the time I got there, it was like, okay, I want to do forensic science, but when I got to UConn, they don't have that major. So I would have had to make my own major. I would have had to make up my own class, like all that stuff.
You had to do like me, interdisciplinary studies, just to get your major.
So I just ended up picking something when I got there, just cause it was mainly about basketball. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you do what you did in high school, as far as winning and producing, it comes to a point like you have to make this decision to where it's like, okay, I gotta put a high percentage on sports, because this is why I'm going to these places. This is why these coaches reaching out. This is why I'm being recruited, because of sports. It's not because I got a 5.0 GPA. So I have to put a great percentage on making the best sports decision. So I just ask people that because it changed from person to person. Like, some people do still say, I'm gonna go somewhere that got my major, and that's cool, but I'm just like, your major didn't get you the offers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let's talk about like being in college. I know you picked UConn, didn't go nowhere else. What was the biggest difference as far as the game from high school to college?
Honestly, the biggest difference was the weather.
That snow up there.
Man,
coming from Florida.
The year that I came was the worst like snowstorm or whatever in like the history of
the area.
UConn. So it was like that was the hardest for me. But other than that, like I said, I was so used to Coach Johnny and Coach Dunn on me, my mama on me. Once I got there, like, it really wasn't nothing. My team, freshman year in high school, tough. I had all them dogs. So my freshman year, I'm like, okay, we got Tina Charles, we got Maya Moore, we got Renee Montgomery, but I'm used to this. I'm coming in as a freshman.
I already been around this stuff.
I already been around this. I already had the coach like this. I already had the teammates like this. So I'm coming into a situation good. Like, okay, I got this. Like, all I got to do is focus.
Just be me. I tell people, where I made it clear. Don't even give me the letters from people who got, if it's snow in that area, I don't even want to talk about it. I hate the cold. I can't play in Florida cold. I hate it like snow. I don't want nothing to do with snow, so I feel you on that. And then you said, like, playing with all them just coming in, would you say your high school teammates was of their caliber or close, like competition-wise at practice? Because sometimes teams like Warner Haven or UConn, your practice is better than some of the teams you're going to play on the game.
For sure. I would say the practices, but not preseason. UConn preseason, probably one of the hardest things I ever did in my life.
Just going through everything they got to do.
Yeah, if you are an athlete, you know what preseason is. Like the 5 a.m.s, then you got to hustle to 6 a.m. or 8 a.m.
We had 6, so to this day I wake up so early.
6 a.m. class?
We had workouts.
Yeah,
Freshman
it was probably
workout,
5 or 6 a.m. workout. Then we had to make it to 8 a.m. class on time.
Gotta be.
You get in trouble.
You miss breakfast, you get in trouble. You miss lunch, you get in trouble. Like, it's just, I tell people all the time, like the kids I coach, I tell them, especially being at Lakeland, like a lot of them are going to school, bro. Lakeland, by law, only has a certain amount of time with y'all. College, they 4 times that amount of time that the sports have with you. So
that wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah, you gotta worry about like this is finna intensify. Like what you think is hard now, it's finna grow. You're gonna have the best time of your life, but it's gonna get rough for you. So if you can't take it here, you're definitely not gonna be able to take it there. So you gotta change your mindset ASAP. How was it playing? Like you said, preseason was rough. How was it playing for Geno? I know your mom was rough on you, your high school coaches, but Geno is like arguably the greatest women's coach ever to me. So how was it playing for bro?
It was good, man. Like I said, I had already got that from, if not my mom at home, my coaches in high school. So when I got there, it was just like, okay, now I got this other male figure other than Coach Johnny that I'm kind of already used to, and he actually know what he's talking about. And I know that whatever's coming from him is only gonna make me better. So I'm not taking it no type of way. I'm not taking nothing to heart. Yeah, I used to cry. Of course, I used to get my ass buzzed by. Oh, can we curse on him? You used to get my ass buzzed by Maya Moore. That's who they paired me up with, and that's what made me better throughout my college years. They paired me up with Maya and my individual. So anytime she had an individual, I had an individual. And sometimes to end our individual, we did. So, and me coming from a high school and me coming from where I come from, I'm beating everybody. I come there, I can't beat this girl to save my life. I'm crying after every day, every individual workout I got, because I can't figure out how to beat this girl. But that's only going to motivate you to go harder. Exactly. I'm getting better. I did end up beating her a couple times, but it was I had to get there. Man, I done seen so many people
go through what you saying, like, and luckily you did have your mom hard on you, who was already, seeing your greatness, so she was pushing you and your coaches from high school, because on the next level I seen so many of my teammates just couldn't take how our coaches talked to them, and it ended their careers. I'm talking about great athletes, like potential pros, like dudes who life could have been changed because of a sport, but they didn't have that at home. I don't know if people was babying them or they were so good in sports to where the coaches didn't impress them. So when they got there and they seen how these coaches talk to them, they seen it as a negative instead of like motivation, or no, they like me. Like they talking to me because they want me to do what they're saying. If I do this, they're gonna mess with me. You need to be worried. Yeah, so it was like, I was used to it. My grandparents, military, my uncles, my mama. My mama call you anything in the book but your name. So I'm like, these dudes saying it is like funny to me. First off, bro, you like 60 with gray hair. I'm 19, 20, lifting 300-something pounds, squat 600 pounds. What can you do with me? So I'm not letting you get to me. I know I would beat the crap out of you. But I'm not even going to make it no discussion of that. Yes, sir. No, sir. Out my face. I'm out your way doing what you said. And I'm glad, like, you did have your mom and your coaches who pushed you, and you was able to accept that, because some people can't. And that's the difference. Like, we see 5 stars and 4 stars go to school, and we like, what happened to them? It's that little thing they couldn't take. Coach say something to them, they got something to say back. So that same coach is the one got to go report to the head coach if you ready or not. They not gonna speak for you. Like, so yeah, I'm glad that happened for you. I know you said Maya Moore. The world know Maya Moore. So it's kind of like a moot question, but I got to ask, because it was Tina Charles and different girls. Who was the best player to you at UConn when you was there? Yeah, Maya. Maya. It was just like stuff she did. Yeah. You couldn't even see it, like in your dreams sometimes. Yeah. Like, I'm like, when I ain't even never seen her work on this. Like, when did she add this to her bag? Yeah. Like, it was just crazy, but she was always somebody, like, a good person. She was always into the church, so she was trying to pass that on to us, but she didn't force it on us. Yeah. Still to this day, if I don't know if you watched her documentary or read her book, still to this, she the same person she was back then. So, and for her to do what she did at the height of her career, that just shows you. I've seen in college. So, would you say she was your favorite teammate or just best player? Because my favorite teammate didn't even get in.
Yeah, no, she wasn't my favorite. She wasn't my favorite teammate because we hung out. Obviously, we was like two very different people. But she was definitely a good person. I would probably say my favorite teammate I can't even choose one. I had so many dope teammates. I had Tina, like me and Tina, we was playing in China, just not together, but we was both in China. We got to catch up a lot. I was playing with Kalena Green. You might not know her. She's so dope. Like, I got a lot from her. She taught me.
That's why I tell people, like, you don't know who you're going to meet, man. You get on them teams, it ain't a guarantee the person that's playing. Like, your homeboys in the background don't even get in. You like, this my dude. This one I'm with every day. This who I ride with, or he ride with me, and vice versa. So
I'm going to my teammate wedding in next month. See, from college.
Yeah. It's definitely a brother and sisterhood that you'll never lose, at that level. I ask everybody this who's been to college and been on a great team, would you say your UConn teams either year is the best college team ever?
College team? Ain't nobody beating us. My freshman year?
Yeah.
Nobody beating my freshman year.
Tough. Who all? I know you, Maya.
Me, Maya, Caroline Doty, Renee Montgomery, Tina Charles, Kyla McLaren, I don't know if you know her, Lauren Dixon, don't know if you know her. I think I already said Caroline. Who else am I missing?
How deep did y'all go, like in game, about 8 or 9 deep?
Yeah. we was good, we was beating teams by record numbers.
Crazy.
Every night. I didn't lose a game till my junior year. Yeah. So not only my freshman team, but my sophomore team, that'll probably be the second team. Yeah. Like they was debating on whether we was good for women's basketball. That's how good. Nope, they ain't doing that people. Now. Are they? Have you heard that debate nowadays?
Because even like the teams that's undefeated, you still got like some competitive games with South Carolina, and then like even with like the Iowas and LSU. Like LSU lost a few games this year. Iowa never won a ship. So I mean, like even with the girls who individually good, y'all team just was crazy across the board.
Right.
So, how do you feel about the transfer portal and NIL?
The transfer portal, first of all, two very separate things. My mom would never
let you hit it.
Let me enter no transfer portal. It don't matter. I mean, if it's something like negative, like something bad happened, like of course. But if it's just it's too hard. I don't like the coach. I ain't playing enough. Like, you better go work on your game so you can get in the game. And then if I see you working on your game and you better than everybody, and then that's not working, then maybe. Yeah. But
just to say you hitting the portal because
we not finna go to nobody's transfer portal at all.
And then like for me, a lot of people don't know. Like I know basketball because I coach at high school level. Basketball scholarships are tougher to get on that level. So for y'all, it's only a few scholarships. For us, football is 125 people on the team, 85 scholarships. So instantly, the coach is saying, it's 22 starters, right? Instantly, when the coach take that job at Division I level, Power 5, that can get 85 ships, you're saying that I'm going to have 4-string guys who on scholarship not getting in. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I was cool when the transfer portal first happened because I'm like, yeah, bro, I had teammates, 6'3", 6'2", 230 pounds, run 4'4", and couldn't get in because of the stuff we just talked about. Maybe they talk back to coach. Maybe they show up late to breakfast all the time. Maybe they don't miss a workout once a week. So them dudes not going to get the opportunity that the dude who do all that stuff do. And that's just, to me, I'm like, but that same dude can go to this place and this coach will play them doing that. So I was cool with it at first. But now, I don't know, like the last month or two, it's like my mindset changing on it because I'm like, man, I don't know if this is helping the youth with with their character. Like I feel like it's teaching them to run from adversity. Like, bro, I go to work. If I don't like what these people say, I don't own this insurance company. Yeah, I'm my own boss. Like I'm an independent adjuster, but if I don't like what they saying, if I'm doing a contract for them, like I have to abide by their rules. They pay me. You know what I'm saying? This what feed my family. So I'm gonna run job to job until people don't say this to me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna end up at Checkers somewhere
and
making $8.
And work don't do it.
Especially in that same industry.
Places to run to.
So that I don't know. Like recently, it's been changing my mind because I used to like just think about my brothers. Like I said, I had cats who wasn't getting in. I ain't gonna say their name on air, but like, bro, I'm like, this dude might be better than this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like next to me, I'd rather have bro from practice and over this dude out here with me, but I don't make that decision, and I see what you're doing. Like, I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong. So, like, when I used to do something, I never made excuses. Hey, bro, meet me at the stadium. I already know what it is, bro. I was late. I was late to lunch. I was late to dinner. I didn't come to dinner. Whatever the case, bro, I didn't want to eat it no more. I got tired of training table. So, if I miss, off rip, I know tomorrow I'm going to be in the stadiums. I'm not out there arguing with them people, none of that. Bro, I decided to not come yesterday because I didn't want to. So, I'm going to meet you out here. I'm not even going in the weight room because I know where y'all going to point at. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right.
My teammates didn't have that mentality. Like, they never accepted that, like, the accountability that come with it. Like, bro, just say you wrong and keep it going. Like, yes, sir, you right. Let's go. Let's get this over with. And I'm gone in an hour. You can only have me at a certain time. Got to go to class. I was going to ask you, too. I was going to say second round seemed low based on the career you had in college. Why did you think you slipped to the second round? Or you didn't even pay attention to it?
I wasn't really even paying attention to that, honestly, because one, my coach wouldn't really let me, and two, I was really worried about winning. Like, that's all I really cared about, especially back then. Like, I just want to win, so I was trying to do everything. Of course, I was a senior. Yeah. We had a decent team, but it was harder. Like, I was trying to be like what I am now. Like, I'm a leader by example. Like, I don't really talk like that. Yeah. Like, everybody know me now. Like, they just like need to talk, but since I was little, I don't really talk like that. My brother will tell you, my mom will tell you, I don't talk like that. So, it was hard to get that team to do what I wanted them to do because all I was doing was going hard. I wasn't telling them
follow what I'm doing.
I'm like, okay, I hope coach them could do it because I'll just follow me. But they don't work like that sometimes. So
some people want people in their face and all that.
Yeah,
and I feel you. I'm that person. I can't keep yelling at you, bro. Like, if you either get it or you don't.
Right.
I'm here. I'm showing you what I'm doing. If you ain't gonna follow, then that's on you. So I get it. Pro check. What's the first thing you bought? Your first pro check? Because y'all wasn't getting NIL money in college. You might got them good handshakes at UConn, but that first pro check, that's different.
Pro check?
You don't even remember.
I don't know if it was the first thing, but I did get my car.
Got a car?
I remember getting an MCM backpack, got stolen the very next day. I was like, that's it for that kind of stuff. I'm in Atlanta, so
you can't even park your car at the gas station.
I went to the mall and sat my stuff down for once. No, actually, that was my phone. I got my phone stolen that year too.
Oh man.
In Atlanta, y'all.
Yeah, they don't play, but they tell you do not leave your car on in the gas station nowhere in there. I don't care if you're in the rich part. Don't do it.
I got my bag stolen out my car, out my truck at the time. Matter of fact.
That's crazy. If you got drafted in 2024, what would you do different? Financially, just anything? Would you change anything from 2012 to now? That's 12 years.
Oh, I'll start investing earlier. That's definitely what I'll say. I didn't know nothing about it. Like, hopefully these kids nowadays is getting more of people around them that are teaching them like to invest and save, but saving is not really make you no money, and that's
just
sitting there and it's losing value. So that'll be the one thing that I would do different is invest way earlier.
Yeah. Now you did. I mean, you slipped to the second round, but ended up in a great position in a great city, in my opinion. Economically, I like where Atlanta's at. I like Georgia as a whole, especially with the market today.
Shit, I'm glad I slipped to the second.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
All the people in front of me not even in the league. Like most of them, like maybe one or two in the first league. Yeah. No, I don't even know where they at right now.
Yeah, that's normally how it happens.
And that's no shade, but that's the truth.
Yeah, that chip be on your shoulder, like I'm of this caliber, and I'm gonna keep going hard. That's what got me here. And a lot of times when them guys get that early, I don't want to say stardom, but that favoritism and stardom, man, it kind of like hurts some people. Some people can't take it. You only have those certain guys. There's only one LeBron, one, you know what I'm saying, who can go from 18 and do that forever like that. So I definitely feel you on that. What did you do in Atlanta? Good city. For for your downtime, for fun?
When I first got there, I was outside.
All the time?
I was outside, but I was still doing my thing because I was also used to that from UConn. Like, I told you, one of my homegirls who I really got close to on the team, like, that's all we did. Like, nobody know about UConn. Like, we go out. Like, but coach always just like, we know what y'all do. Y'all just make sure y'all come here and do y'all thing. And we was busting people ass, and we was coming to practice on time.
Yeah, our coaches didn't even try to tell us not to drink, bro. They'll literally just say, have a DD.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, even like, because like you kind of like, that's like telling one of your kids, you know, like, bro, you done been a kid before. Like, just telling them the right way to do it.
Right.
Bro, students used to be stressing, hey, have a DD. Somebody on this team don't drink. And he'll go to calling the ones out who we done told them don't drink and don't smoke. Like, bro, be with them. Let them drive your car. Y'all, like, just don't end up DUI because I can't help you. That's the school. At that point, they going to kick you out.
They going to kick you out. That's exactly how we always looking out for each other because we all still had the same goals, still always working hard. And even if some of us went out and some of us didn't, like, hey, we don't care about y'all being out. It's like, y'all don't know we got practice right now. Y'all need to be on time. Like, we all did that.
Go hard, but be right. Do the right thing.
And that's why we was good. That's why we was close. We had fun. All that. That's why I love being there too. It was fun on top of we was good.
With the WNBA, how many years you played in Atlanta? 10 or 11?
10 or 11, one of them.
And you finished up last year. What made you retire? WNBA.
It was a lot, man. It's not even one thing, but just like how it is. Like, I don't want to like talk bad about it. Like, I'm grateful for like the opportunity or whatever, but it's just it just didn't give me what I felt like I needed from it. After giving it everything I got.
Wiser. I'm giving y'all my all every day.
I'm giving everything. You know what I'm saying? So that, my body, like I wasn't seeing no opportunities coming from it, like where I was.
Well, we was talking because I watch WNBA. So like WNBA, I've been watching it. I'm like, man, see who on the TV, me and Corey, we be arguing about Caitlin Clark and Maya Moore all the time. Man, I'm like telling C, like, bro, I've been a sports like fan so long, my wife get mad because I watch every sport. It don't matter. If it come on TV, ESPN, I'm not turning the TV, I'm gonna watch it. So I was just telling Bun, because we was watching your highlights before you came, and even first game, the Star the other night, the Suns, they was talking about you, like just saying who all they lost, whether it was cut, trade, or you retired. They was saying how you retired and how you was like a blessing basically to that team last year. And even the announcer saying kind of how me and Bun felt, like it still seemed like you had the juice for WNBA. Like you might not be top 5, you know what I'm saying, top 10 right now at your age, but it was like no drastic fall off last year for, like, you normally don't see a person at your at where you were last year retired. So that's why I asked you what made you retire. I knew it had to be something outside of hooping.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I just wanted to focus on being overseas, like making those connections, playing on those teams, still get to travel, see the world. It's definitely hard being that far away from home, but I mean, when I'm here too, I barely get to come home anyways. So it was just pretty much making.
And you still play overseas, so I know like you still hooping over there. So,
but I will tell you this: I did say that if an opportunity come up, like I'm allowed to change my mind. Like I retire, I can come back if I want to, whatever. But like I said, I haven't gotten no opportunity that I see where I could benefit them and they could benefit me. Like it got to be a two-way street from now on. So
I know on the men's side, like I talked to a lot of people like R.A., Rashard Anderson, Corey, and just like people who I know play both overseas and play pro here. Is a drastic difference for men's on the pay overseas and NBA. I heard it's the opposite for the women. Like y'all get better treatment overseas than WNBA. That's true.
100%.
I ain't never asked you. You know, like we've been talking since college. You know what I'm saying? Like social media, text, but I know you be focused. Like I remember when I was still in college, you was like young in college and she stressing no social media. You know what I'm saying? During the season, like I remember stuff like that.
Yeah, we had all them rules back then. They don't even have that no more for real, because you make money off
social
of it
media.
now.
Like these kids, this my money.
So
Coach, you
now
can't
they
tell
like
me not to do
helping
that.
them, and I'm like, if that was me back then, I would have been doing the
Prime
same
time
thing.
put their social media tags on the day jerseys. You seen that, bar? I ain't know that.
Man.
Yeah, like Colorado kids got they social media.
They at name on
Yeah,
they.
that's crazy. Like I remember, like you remember, like we couldn't talk during the season and stuff. So
Couldn't be on Twitter.
nothing. So that is true. Overseas for women is better. Yeah. Okay. Now I've been seeing on social media. I ain't asked you because I knew we was gonna get together this summer for the interview. What's up with the Olympics? I seen you posted, but I didn't want to ask until we did the interview.
Well, I have another passport with another country, so I've been on and off like practicing with them, doing little tournaments with them, trying to qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because I really couldn't get that chance with the USA team.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me go try with my other national team and see, because like I said, it's some places just don't see you for what you got, or they not giving you what you're getting.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me try my hand with this. So on and off, I'm going to tournaments and stuff. And this recent tournament I went to was a qualifier. And they say if you win this tournament, you automatically get to go to the Olympics. So
the whole team.
I went out there and went crazy. So we ended up, and my team, I'm not, shout out to my team, but we wasn't really that good. So we really had to play hard. We came together and we actually won the tournament. So
that's what's up. So y'all in?
We in. We get to go to, and it's in Paris. We get to go to Paris.
Right, it's crazy because like I was telling my wife, like, I love my baby. She go everywhere with me. Everybody know my baby done been to other countries already and everything. But bro, I was telling my wife, like, the Olympics dates before. I'm like, bro, we going to Paris.
Really? Y'all go?
Like we were saying this years ago. Then we had the babies. But we might still go. Like that's crazy. Like we was talking about that. That's dope, man. So it's crazy. Like you said, sometimes one door closed, but another one open. And I never even knew you. Like I thought for sure you had been on the Olympic team here. I didn't know that. So that's what's up. Any adversity? I know you touched on there's a few things, but any specific adversity? At the peak at this level, you're at the hierarchy of women's sports, WNBA, overseas, pro, 10+ years. Like most people, one and done, 2 years and they out the league. Like you said, you don't even know where the first round is at from your draft class. Any adversity that you would you want to tell the youth about so they can prepare for it, to get their minds right, I would say.
I mean, you go through a lot being a pro. People think it's just so easy and just a walk in the park, but when you get there, you got to stay there, and you got to do the stuff that you need to do to stay there. Like you don't just, when you make the team, you're not just on it forever. Like even when you want it that year, you still got to keep your position that year. So for me to keep my position for 10 years on one team like that gotta, and I'm a second rounder, like that gotta tell you something. Like I'm doing something right.
Yeah, that's a long time for a franchise, because in any pro sports, man, there's no loyalty. Like, and I'm a big sports fan, but that was another thing. But to tell you, that was going back to the transfer portal. That was another thing, because I'm a big believer on what's fair. Like, bro, I'm not the type that tell my wife not to do something that I'm gonna do to her, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of man. So it's like my friends. If I expect my friends to do this, this, and this, I'm gonna do that in return. So like, that was one thing about the portal. I was like, man, forget that. Let the kids do what coach has been doing us. As soon as a job open up, a bigger school, coach is gone. They don't tell you. My coach left us in the middle of a bowl game. We had practice. He out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see that all the time. So I'm like, nah, bro, they've been doing that. Let these kids go to a big opportunity, more money, whatever. But like I said, my mind changed on it. So I definitely get what you're saying. Like, it's cutthroat, it's no loyalty in pro sports. So to be somewhere 10 years and at that level, you had to be doing something right. So shout out to the kids, man. Y'all better listen. Whatever you're supposed to be doing, do it. You can party. She done told y'all she been partying since college, but do whatever you're supposed to do, man. If you're supposed to be at practice, be there. If you're supposed to be putting extra work in the off season, do that for sure. It's gonna work itself out. And just like the Olympics, I've been seeing stuff on social media. I've been saying some stuff, but I wanted to wait to the interview to talk about some stuff you got going on in 2024 after return from WNBA? First thing, let's talk about Hoop Nation ATL.
Okay, Hoop Nation ATL, that's a gym I started with my family up in Atlanta. We offer a lot of things, summer camp, of course hoop runs, training, all that type of stuff. So if you're in Atlanta, you want to go up there and get some work, you can follow the page, Hoop Nation ATL on Instagram, got a website and everything, hoopnationatl.com. Never know who's going to show up there. And if you want to do any collabs or whatever, just hit up the page.
What side of Atlanta is on? North? East?
South side.
South.
So it's close to the airport. It's it's close to the airport. So we got a lot of opportunities around there. They starting to build a lot of stuff over there. So.
Some of my favorite little restaurants right there by the airport.
Yeah. So we really trying to get it popping up there. We actually trying to expand too.
Okay.
Trying to find another space to make it bigger.
That's what's up.
Because we in a plaza right now. We trying to like get our own little spot.
So y'all got full court in the plaza, open runs, or?
We got full court, yeah. We got a full court and then 2 half courts on the side where people can train and stuff.
What about like the young kids? Like I said,
yeah, we got like the 3, 4, 5-year-old. My little niece been training since she was like.
That's what's up.
Yeah, she been training.
Tell my nephew them they in there.
Dank started training in there. Yeah. I mean, I keep calling him.
Yeah, that's his name.
Antoine was training down there.
That's his name.
Antoine training there. He went to Bartow. You were just talking about his coach. And he did well over there. So
Antoine, his dad. When his dad was still in there, they'll drive Antoine and the people from Alabama. You know, Atlanta and Alabama right there. So they'll see Twan like, bro, how he playing with it? Lakeland, Florida. Bro, he from, like, the people knew him, like, bro, nah, he from the crib. Don't go to tripping in these tournaments. His pops used to drive him over. That was early, though. That was like 4th, 5th grade. Another thing, let's talk about the headphones, man. Mindset's headphones. Yeah,
so Mindset really came from, I don't know if you know my homeboy Fabian. He from down here, but he ended up moving to Atlanta. I've been partnering with him on the headphones, and we didn't even get to this in detail because I don't really like to talk about it because it still like really broke my heart. But that situation with Atlanta when I had to go to Connecticut, they really kind of did some shady stuff. And like I said, you give somebody all that time from you and you loyal and you doing everything to win for them, and then it's like you don't even matter for real.
Yeah.
And then you got to just make a decision that you got to go somewhere else when you want to retire in that place.
Yeah, I want to stay.
So then I really started meditating, which I'm happy I went through it because I really like started changing. Like I started meditating, doing all this stuff to like get back from that because it really. That's what you. I ain't know people really do that for real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
cutthroat, boy.
Just doing a little grounding. I started grounding. I don't know if that's really taking your socks and shoes off, going outside in the grass, putting your feet straight to the earth. Started grounding. Like a lot of stuff really started helping me out. And really just getting back from that and just being the same person that I was before. So the headphones, I was learning about frequencies as well. And the headphones, like when we make them, like we really focus on the frequencies and we focus on, like, well, now I focus on like what I'm listening to. Like I don't really listen to rap no more. I listen to jazz. I listen to frequencies like the Hertz 444.
You and him to get along.
Yeah, all that stuff. I listen to that now. So that situation kind of really changed my life for real, for the better. And ever since I left from there, I had a great season at Connecticut.
Yeah, that's why it's like crazy. Like he went crazy.
Yeah, like
had no fall off.
Had to, for real. Like went crazy in the playoffs, and shout out to them for giving me a chance. But that wasn't really a perfect situation for me either. Like nowhere gonna be perfect. But at the end of the day, like I just feel like I deserve a lot more.
At the end, I ain't finna go crazy for y'all. Y'all not going crazy for me.
With the person I am, with the player I am, like it was just like, all right, well, let me just focus on what I want to do. I want to try things off the court, so let me just focus on overseas, and I have my summers free. And that's another reason why I decided to retire. But the headphones really like helped me get out of that situation. And
that's what's up.
Our slogan is, if you change your mindset, you change your life. So I really had to change my mindset after all that stuff and
you
get
say
through
the guy who you say he your business partner,
Fabian Davis. Shout out to Fabo.
Yeah. I wonder if that's he around your brother's age.
He around my
Your
age.
age?
Yeah, he around my age.
I gotta see
He
you.
went to, where did he go? Arbandale? I don't know, get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the headphone story, and we about to drop some new ones soon. They gonna be dope. People probably gonna compare them to like Apple or something because they super dope.
They dope.
And black
Where can they find them at?
yourmindset.com, and mindset is with a Z, so MINDZET.
That's what's up.
And the Instagram is mindsetmz.
I gotta get some.
Actually, I should have brought some, but I ain't bring none down.
No, what I'm gonna get some in on the next podcast. That'll be the giveaway we do for that podcast. That's and then seeing I'll let you talk about it. But what's going on with the new clothing line?
Okay, so brand new. This is what I wanted to work on. I've been working on it overseas ever since I was in China. I started over there. It's kind of urban streetwear type thing, because last year I won Lead Fix MVP, which is you
don't
dressing
put it on now.
which is you dressing up for the tunnel. You get dressed, you put your stuff on, and they vote on it all season, and I won. So I kind of wanted to run with that because I was really getting into the fashion a lot. So I decided, hey, like, why can't I make my own line of clothes? Like, I know what I like. Maybe it's a tribe of people out there just like me who like a lot of the stuff that I like. So like I said, I get to travel a lot being overseas. So I've been into a lot of different countries. I go to these places and find like different people who can help me like put my vision together. So
like China is the perfect place for anything
exactly.
in that like field. So, like that's crazy.
I want to tell you the name, but I don't know if I'm allowed to yet.
No, don't mess it up. But just know it's on the way.
It's definitely on the way, and it's coming sooner than you think. So look out for that. It's gonna be dope.
Give me your Instagram tag, so when you do drop it, they'll be able to find it.
Oh yeah, @HAYES3 is my Instagram tag. So
just be on the lookout.
And then I'm definitely gonna be posting about it a lot.
It's crazy. She won that for WNBA. And I don't know if Bate ended up winning it. When Bate was in the NBA, he was up for that, for the NBA.
You know what's crazy? We was in Shanghai together.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that's why I say it's crazy, because then y'all end up in like the plays, because I don't know if you know Robert Nelson played in the NFL. He from Lakeland and moved to the A.
I know who that is. He had his own cleats.
Yeah, cleats, clothes, everything. That dude, he go to Shanghai for all that. That's where he go to get all his stuff made. That's where his partner at over there. So y'all, like you and Bate and then him, y'all, all three of y'all is crazy, because like all y'all in the fashion. From the L, went A route, then Bate tried to go up there. Now he ended up back this way, but that's crazy.
I was talking to him. I told him he gotta rock some of my new pieces. I'm about to
He definitely will. Bate gonna put it on too. Y'all gonna definitely do that. Those three right there, they gonna do that.
Nah, I already know we finna go crazy with it. So
that's what's up, man. That's a blessing. And anything that I didn't ask or you wanna speak on?
Nah, man, just keep me in your prayers and look out for the brand. The Olympics coming. Hopefully they have some stream stuff
definitely
for that
gonna be on
to
be able to get
watch.
To that.
And I definitely got a secret I'm gonna tell y'all off camera though, but maybe they might share it with y'all a little later when it comes to fruition. So it's kind of big news, and I might drop it on here. So we'll see if we want to do that.
For sure. Well, I definitely, man, want to give my flowers to Tip. Like I said, pioneer for not just Polk County and Lakeland and Winter Haven for the women's game. I'll say Central Florida, because like I said, I watch sports. I don't turn when golf come on. I don't turn when women's tennis come on. Like, I'm a sports head, and I don't even know a lot at around our age. I don't even know a lot of Central Florida, not just Lakeland, Winter Haven. I don't know a lot of Central Florida WNBA girls at that time. So definitely a pioneer, man. We want to give you flowers, let you know that there's a lot of young ladies that you probably don't even know look up to you, that know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And everything you're doing on the positive light, because a lot of people get fame and get to that level and they do knucklehead stuff. And it's kind of hard for the kids to look up to that. None of us perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, for you to be able to play at that level for that long, and I never heard anything negative like Tip into this or Tip got this going on, so that's a blessing. That's great, man. And we appreciate everything you've done. I gotta give you a hug because I ain't seen you in no minute, man.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you coming, man. And she's still bigger than me. That's crazy.
Still got the height.
Yeah. Good.
Show me the
Good.
spirit, show me that you really think on the dreams to fulfill your potential. But I digress. Roll up and try not to stress.
Iverson right here gets Skylar Diggins to bite the ankle breaker right to the rim.
Somebody to cut, drags it back to the top herself. Down the lane, beats 4 Sparks and scores for a career-high 29 points.
Finish with the left. Here, the mad crossover. Little up and under.
The OG locked and loaded. Knowing the pressure is on me. Could do all of that. I stay